So, we're going to start with... Your button's still there. It's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
It's gone. So we're going to talk about Benfica and Barcelona because it was an incredible...
History for you. First Liverpool player to 50 goals in Europe.
Hopefully not the last one, but something I'm very happy and proud about it, and also especially because we won the game, so that's the most important thing.
Were you aware of that particular record, the 50?
I'm not sure.
You've broken so many.
No, I wasn't focused about it before the game, to be fair.
What were you needed? What did you need to do in that first half in particular? Because Lille made it difficult, didn't they, with their defensive press for the first sort of half an hour or so?
It's also attacking, to be fair. They have a really good game plan. I think they were competing for 21 games, so it's a quite tough team. And they showed that also for first half and second half. So I will give them credit, but I'm glad that we managed to win the game.
For your goal, you went direct, didn't you? It seemed as though that was the best way to beat that press.
Yeah. We get the ball. I think we recovered the ball from them, and Curtis have a buzz the ball very well finally. And yeah, I managed to score.
Did you switch off a little bit when Lille went to 10 men? And Harvey Elliott with the winner, his first goal in the Champions League in 3 years. A big moment for him.
Yeah, especially because he was injured in the beginning of the season and came back. It's quite tough also with the guys in the midfield, but I'm happy for him. I'm always there to help him, and he's a great lad and always try to give his best. And he come like sometime 5 minutes, sometime today he had 45 minutes. He was great, so I'm happy for him.
You need that strength in depth, don't you? That competition for places. It's a real strength.
Yeah, definitely. I think when you win, when you want to win a big tournament, you have to have a big squad. So we have a good one at the moment. So hopefully we carry on like that.
The first winners of the Champions League phase, you are. You don't get a trophy for that. But how does this squad compare to the team that won the Champions League that you played in 6 years ago now?
It's a different manager and different players. Yeah, we have like 3, 4, 5, 6 left from that squad. But I think we have a good talented players working very hard. The manager also have a good idea. So we just give it a try and we'll see.
Yeah, 50 goals in the Champions League for Liverpool. Can you hang around long enough for another 50?
I'm not sure about that. I will give it my best.
Player of the match again.
Thank you.
Bit of history, Mo. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
The obligatory contract question at the end there, couch in kind terms. You liked the second last question there. What was that about? Comparing the great Liverpool teams.
Yeah. Sure, I think it's, what have we won? 7 out of 7 now? Yeah. Mo Salah with the first goal. These were complaining a little bit about a free kick, but Simicastle's come in for the last couple of games. There's a debate about him playing ahead of Andy Robertson at the moment, but it's a fantastic finish from Mo Salah. He's gone sort of 2 or 3 games without a goal, so you know there's a goal coming. And what was really important here for Liverpool wasn't just about qualifying. It was about making sure the fact that they have quality. It means like the next game they don't really have to play anybody. They can really rest a lot of the team, because obviously we know that in the race for the league, they've got a really important game away at Bournemouth next weekend. But this made it a little bit nervous. Jonathan David got a really good reputation, couldn't really miss in that situation. And then what was really important as well at the weekend was Liverpool won the game from the substitutes bench, and they've done it again. And I just think Arne Slot's starting to trust his squad a little bit more. We're seeing Harvey Elliott at the weekend coming on here. He gets the goal, so maybe he's starting to trust his squad a little bit more than he did in the first half of the season. I think that's going to be really important in the second half of the season.
Gonna win it?
You know what?
I just think, that's one of the things that, if obviously you're a Liverpool fan, if you're not, one of the things that can be worrying for anyone that will not be a Liverpool fan is the intensity that they have. So even when they go about winning games or not, it's very difficult to score against them. They have a control about it. And I will go back to what Slot said to make another point about what I said. When they won in Girona, what did he say at the end of the game? He wasn't happy. Wasn't happy about the intensity. He let the other team have too many chances. Yeah. That's what our coach will think. And this is why Liverpool are at the top right now, and also in the Premier League, because they're relentless about what they do.
You know, one thing you just said about next week, January 29th, you said you don't necessarily now have to play your top team because you already know that you're through. Is top 8 enough for Liverpool, or do you go into next weekend thinking we want to finish? Because you're not guaranteed.
Top 2, Kate. No.
Are they guaranteed top two?
Just keep up to.
Jamie, come
Why
on.
did nobody tell me that?
No, I mean.
Anyway, let's change the subject.
Salah. Do you have to be continually spoon-fed by the producer about what is going on this show? Honestly.
Salah, you've not talked about Salah. Do you give him what he wants now or what?
You know what? If I knew what he wanted, I could then say.
Okay.
He can have what he wants.
Well, let's not get into that. Let's move on.
Well, you know him. You played with him, didn't you?
Yeah, we're mates.
DM him.
I will do.
Were you his driver in Fiorentina?
Oh, my God.
No, I heard that.
Yes, I was his driver.
Driver?
He didn't drive in Florence, and I did take him, yeah.
Where would you go?
To training.
Wow.
What do we do? Of course I know him.
So what I'm saying is if you saw him in a game, you'd have a chat on that.
He messaged me the other day.
Oh, nice.
Look how gutted he is.
Gutted? Salah messaged you?
Yes.
What did he say?
I'm not telling you. Nope. Not sure. I'll show you after. He wasn't talking about you.
All right, we're going to go to a very quick break. We've got loads more action.
Now, Salah and Mane, of course, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Fabinho at their very best. I give that team the edge, to be honest with you, over this present Liverpool team.
Wait and see if they do the quadruple. You were giving them the quadruple earlier on. No team ever won a quadruple, I don't think.
Make your mind up.
Second half, it was Mo Salah got them in front in the first half. Second half, looked like they'd probably start coasting once the red card happened to Mandy early enough on in it there. You can have a look at it.
Dropped the line in.
Yeah, Gary Breen got the line in, all right. But what about this, the second yellow?
Yeah, I mean, Mandy, when you're on a yellow card, it's a crazy tackle. It's a really good ball. Obviously, Diaz is through and he thinks he's got no other option but to take him down. But when you're on a yellow card, you just got to hope that one of your centre halves is going to come across and bail you out. You're away from home, you're at Anfield. And don't forget, it's a big night for them as well. They had to get something from the game. They're on the verge of just missing out on the automatic as well. So, yeah, it's a poor decision for
You probably wouldn't expect that's almost half an hour, more than half an hour to go, actually. You'd be thinking Liverpool would push on and probably put a few goals on the board at that stage, right?
Well, you would think so. And actually, Lille got their noses equal after that. You think Liverpool had a man sent off? Because, I don't know, they just sort of dropped off a bit. Liverpool for 10 minutes after this.
Your man, Kenny Jonathan David, finally repaid your faith?
Yeah, I won't go overboard. It was a decent enough finish. Don't think Liverpool, I'm going to point the finger at Tsimikas here in the left-back position. I think he should hold his ground. He makes the decision there to drop into the 6-yard box, almost in front of Alisson. He almost obscures Alisson. This is an easy save for the Liverpool goalkeeper. Have a look at him. He steps in there. That opens up the space for David then to step onto the ball and put it into the back of the net. I understand it to an extent, the defender. You want to defend your goal. But in that situation, the best decision for me is for him to stay outside of the 6-yard box and in contact with David and let the goalkeeper deal with that, which Alisson definitely would have.
Okay, but just on that, right, if you're in that situation as a defender and you hang back, right, and Harrelson, the Lille player, smacks it into the top corner, actually catches it really well, do you look like a mug for not coming out and trying to block the shot?
Yeah, I understand. There will be there will be times when you'll drop in there and you'll kick one off the line, but experience tells you over the years, the law of averages suggests, yeah, exactly. And each situation is kind of different. You just have to get a bit of a sense or read very quickly. Experience tells.
What do you think as a goalkeeper in that scenario? You're happy enough to say, listen, I'll save it?
Well, yeah, I think there's a couple angles. Alisson was looking at him after as well, actually. Right. When you look at it close, because Kenny was looking at the fullback and I was actually looking at Alisson, and he's looking up at him going, you've actually killed me there, because I think it was going to be a comfortable save. And if Tsimikas had kept his position as well, he would have been closer to actually getting the block on the shot as well. So I'm sure Alisson's frustrated. He's a top goalkeeper. He wants to keep clean sheets.
Yeah, I didn't see Queeveen concede any goals in the Champions League this year. Shay,
I wish it was that simple. But actually, we did feel that Queeveen might have started tonight, because Liverpool sitting top and could have given Alisson the night off. But he went strong.
The problem with the keeper situation, you can never just take a goalkeeper off after 70 minutes and give him even 20 minutes or whatever it might be. But what was the story? What do you think the situation was, the Liverpool mindset at that stage? The fact that they were a man up and conceded a goal like that, we're all surprised to see it.
Yeah, I don't think it was a massive. I think it's too easy to say, massive drop-off, got kind of cautious in their approach. I don't think that was the case. Decent build-up down the left-hand side. Just goes to show you, just put any type of ball into the penalty box, anything can happen. You can cause a little bit of panic. But no, I think Liverpool recovered well. And like I said, it never felt as if Liverpool were on the back foot and the second goal was coming. I thought they kind of dictated the game pretty well after that, as they have done most of the season. They found themselves in these situations numerous times this season during the game, lost the impetus, found themselves on the back foot, but they never tend to panic, even if they concede occasionally. No, they don't panic. They kind of trust themselves, trust their defensive structure. Not just the defensive structure, but their ability to get hold of the ball then and dictate and really kill games. This is what I'm talking about. We're used to Jurgen Klopp, heavy metal, go for 90 minutes. Got to roll, but this is different. This is a different animal now.
It's been said all along, we'll have to see how they handle adversity, but maybe we've seen it over the last few weeks. They've been in a few sticky situations. They haven't always got the wins, but they haven't been getting beaten either. They got the win against Brentford at the weekend.
Yeah.
Are we actually seeing the bit of adversity that they're going to face and that they can handle it?
Yeah, I didn't buy into the argument that they're having a wobble even up until the game. We spoke about it kind of Saturday.
Wobble still to come, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't think necessarily it will come. I've got a lot of confidence in this team. They're in a great position. That's what I'm talking up in terms of.
Normally there's a bit of a, there's a wobble. Even Man City, the great teams that have won the Premier League 4, they've had a dip. They've had a part of the season. Like, it'd be interesting to. All I'm saying is, it'll be interesting to see if that happens and how they react and how they respond.
We are in late January at this stage is the only thing.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
But they dip during games in terms of, like, there is drop off in terms. They're always on the front. They drop off. They give the team a ball to the opposition. You can say, well, they're looking a bit out of sorts, but they keep their concentration. They don't panic. They stay in games, and invariably they find those kind of moments or periods during games where they just take the game away from opposition teams.
And it's been the substitutes in recent weeks that have done the business. Everybody that Arne Slot puts on the pitch seems to make an impact. It was Harvey Elliott today.
Yeah, I mean, Harvey was brilliant. Again, he done great at the weekend against Brentford. We spoke about it after the game. He was involved in 2 of the goals of the weekend as well. But again, if any young kids, he's never stand still. He's always busy. As Kenny said before, he's a clever player. He finds space in areas that, just little simple passes and stuff. In the pockets, he picks up. See that one touch? He's got a vision in his head before the ball even comes to him where the ball's going to end up. And if Darwin just lifts that over the keeper, it's another goal. So again, not happy just pass, but pass and move. What's the next pass? That's where the red card comes from a brilliant forward pass from Harvey Elliott. And again, he gets his rewards with his goal again, but keeps the ball moving. I know Kenny says he's not the quickest, he's not the sharpest over the ground, but he's sharp in the head. He's quick in making decision making. You just see him here on the left hand side of the picture, keeps out of the way. Yeah, he gets a bit of luck. There's a deflection off Macau on the way through, I think, but he keeps it down. He gets his knee over the ball and a really good connection, and it does get a bit of luck. But I was really impressed with him actually when he came on tonight.
He's always positive. He's always looking to play forward. Never takes the easy option too often, that sideways or backwards pass, which we see a lot of now in modern football. Always looking forward, always looking to take an element of risk with his passing, but invariably it pays off.
Don't know what he's alluding to there in terms of the talk, and it seems like every second celebration these days I see is people saying that they're being talked about.
Kenny's talking too much about him.
It could be, and he's often talking too much.
Generally.
I'm always asking the questions, yeah. But obviously everyone's talking about the big three who are out of contract. There are other players. He's one of them who, as Rob says, has been linked with a move away. I've heard Brighton mentioned, Borussia Dortmund as well. Would you, if you're Harvey Elliott, be looking to move out of Liverpool at the moment?
I wouldn't. Reading between the lines, it looks as if he doesn't want to. He's totally committed to the football club. He's ambitious to kind of prove himself and forge a career at Liverpool Football Club. So that's great to hear. And from Liverpool's point of view, I think you want to keep him as well. Like I said, I'm not sure he's a guaranteed starter week in, week out for the next kind of 2 to 4 years. But for me, he's absolutely invaluable. The cameo that we saw this evening and what we've seen from him previously, his versatility in terms of positions that he can play around the pitch, and looks a good skin as well in terms of personality to have around the dressing room. So he's ticking a lot of boxes there in terms of getting a new contract. I think he'll be one to sign a new contract pretty quickly.
That's one you need as well, isn't it? That sort of player who can slot in like that and bring you something off the bench.
Versatile, and I think Mo Salah mentioned him as well. I think he's key to learn off the likes of Mo Salah and the more experienced players at the club. I mean, you talk about players leaving Liverpool. I don't think any player wants to leave Liverpool right now. I really don't.
Trent?
I would include Trent in that. I would include Kelleher. I would include.
You don't think Trent actually wants to leave?
Not in this month window. No. If I'm Trent Alexander-Arnold,
but
I'm sitting top of the league, got a chance at the Champions League to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
You could go out with as Kenny said before the show, the quadruple. And then there's an open top bus around Liverpool.
I'd be waiting until the summer for Trent as well, though.
And a parade. I'm genuinely being serious because these opportunities to win the Premier League. We've seen Liverpool win it a few years ago in front of an empty stadium. Imagine lifting the trophy in front of a full Anfield and the atmosphere that great. maybe even a double or a treble. They've got big things on the horizon.
Shay's right. There's history to be made here. So regardless whether it's Van Dijk, Salah, what's your intention? If you're going to sign, if you're not, these next 4 or 5 months, or Trent, I'd include in that as well. You've got to give it everything, your all. This could potentially be history in the making. 3-4 trophies in the season, 4 trophies in the season. Never been done before. You've got a chance to be part of it. That's actually obtainable. You know, it's within reach. You know, you must want to be part of that. Contract negotiations, where you're going to go in for 5 months, forget it. Park all of that. Just focus what's ahead of you.
I think they can